It is said that there is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. And we are in a crossroads in American history. My goodness. And it could be on a par with July 4th, 1776, or December 7th, 1941. These are dates in American history that, one, the Declaration of Independence, of course, the other, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, that just are, November 22nd, for my generation, November 22nd, 1963, the day President Kennedy was shot. I mean, there are certain days where there's just change that happens, and it doesn't happen in one day, but that's always looked upon as the starting point of some significant change. And when the way that we talk about significant change now is just like in baseball, where they say, oh, his velocity is good, where they used to say, yeah, he throws a pretty good fastball, right? So we've changed the term. So the new term is paradigm shift. And essentially we are right now looking at two different paradigm shifts that are right in front of us. And there's two types of paradigm shifts. Okay, first of all, a paradigm shift is where the thinking of the mass of people has evolved and changed to a new ideal. That's a paradigm shift. And it can happen with products, it can happen with ideas, it can happen with situations. Let's talk about a few of them, and because we're right now on the cusp of one. And the first one I want to talk about has to do with products. All right, we're seeing with products that cause paradigm shifts. Now, my son Eli is going to be 16 pretty soon. That means driving a car. Oh my goodness. All right, pretty soon. And he has never been alive when the internet hasn't been a huge part, or social media hasn't been a huge part of his existence. Little does he know that life actually existed way before the internet came. Now, I remember I was working with a company, and this other company that was one of the people on the ground floor with the internet, they came to our office, and I was running an office, I don't know, about 40 or 50 people at the time, and they said, we've got this great idea, I want to show it to you, see what you think. And they showed it to me, and I thought it was worthy of showing everybody in the office, and they said, we'd love to have you come over. So we piled in our cars, we made a date, we piled in our cars, we went over to their offices, and they showed us what the internet was all about. And guess what kind of reactions you got? You got some people that said, wow, the visionaries. You got some people that said, oh, that's never going to happen. Or that doesn't make any sense. What are you going to do, replace sales with face-to-face sales with something that people look on a screen and buy it from there? Come on, who are you kidding? But obviously, there was a paradigm shift in thinking. And when you have products, the way that works, and think about when, these companies like Apple put out like a new program that, they're marketing, they set a certain date, they make a big deal out of it, and people line up around the blocks. The line was a half a mile long, for this new technology, which they're in line to get because they want to be first, but they don't, but if they wait like 2 days, they can walk into the same store without standing in line, but they got to be first. But the point is, typically the way these things work when there's a paradigm shift is you have a very, very small percentage, I don't know, let's say 10 or 15%, maybe not even that high, of the people that are the visionaries, the people that are the trailblazers, the explorers, that want to be first, that have to be first, that need to see the new technology, and they go see it and they embrace it. And then what happens is it becomes a little bit more popular, a little bit more popular, a little bit more popular, and then you're looking at like 40 to 50%, and then there's like a tipping point. And when you get to that tipping point, That's where the paradigm shift occurs, because at that particular point in time, the product that at one time was considered perhaps a luxury has now become a necessity. All right, have I described, social media, the internet, online stuff? Okay, keep in mind I'm not such a maven on those things, but you understand, even somebody like me, I got to be able to communicate. I would feel uncomfortable going someplace without my phone. What if something happens? I want to have my phone so people can, years ago you couldn't do that. You got in your car, you took your chances. That's the way it was. But now there's been a paradigm shift in people's thoughts. So my point is that we are now at a time, because of this pandemic, where there are going to be new products, new ideas, new concepts that are going to start off slowly, and then they're going to grow, and people are going to be uncomfortable. When I see people that I haven't seen in a while, I'm going to want to shake their hands. I want to give them, a bro hug. Yes, Eli, I do give bro hugs occasionally. I wanted to, but what's happening is there's a shift in the mindset that, maybe that's not such a great idea. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So my point is, be ready, because right now with the pandemic and in our next episode, I'm going to talk about what's going on with the protesting and the mindset and the paradigm shift in men's and women's minds. That's our next topic. But as far as products are concerned, think of it that way, in terms of, first you have horse and buggy, all right? People didn't want to get cars. They wanted to keep their horses and buggies. This is not something new. This is the way it always works out. Small group of people get excited. It grows and grows and grows. Then it reaches a tipping point. So we are at a paradigm shift position on a number of different products and concepts based upon the society, the changes in society that have been thrust upon us by this coronavirus pandemic. So it's clear, I want to be clear that you understand that term. And because we will never end a meeting on a philosophical note, stay tuned with us next time. We're going to talk about ideas and paradigm shifts. Never end a meeting on a philosophical note, so let's get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.